Welcome to the next episode of working on my Mega Man editor. I am now wearing my microphone as a necklace, Flava Flav style. Hopefully that helps. So, when we last left, we were working on tile brushes, and we had gotten to the point where we could load up the existing tile brushes and see them on the editor. Let's give a quick demo of that. And we have brushes here. They don't do anything yet. So today I hope to add some click handlers to these and let you paint the tiles with them. So let's get to it. As soon as I check my chat. Yep, I am live. Okay, so what do we do to get that to work? So let's see. Probably have to go back into the SAML file for that. There we go. And maybe in here I need a click handler on here. Let's see how it's done elsewhere. Nope, not that one. Let's look for tile strip. Well, that kind of works. Let's see, tile image, command binding, click it, and input bindings. Left click goes to that command, and as command executed does the tile click. And where is that? That is on the tile strip itself. Okay. I suppose that's acceptable. What did I do? So that means I should copy this. I guess this is the only way to hook up a click binding to it. Maybe? Okay. It is a custom control. I don't know. Okay, let's do that. Too many files open. Here. Okay. Let's rename the event itself to brush click, and it's actually brush something or other. What is this? Tile brush control. What? Okay, where's that anyway? I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so it has that. That's how it's going to work. Some of this WPF stuff is just stupid. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just know that I had to do it once before, so I'll just copy this. So, okay. I don't really know what any of that stuff means. Am I audible? Is the microphone close enough to my face? I will raise it a little bit. Okay, now I'm practically eating the microphone. It's getting a little ridiculous. Am I loud enough? Dang. Okay, let's try some volume boost. Well, look, it's all the way maxing out over here. I can poke it up some more. Or I could just yell really loud. It's already on a 3 multiplier. And it's probably going to give some noise if I turn it up anymore. Is this better? I'll go up to 4. Try not to noise you out too much. Let's see if this method gets called. When I click on a brush. Nope. What? What? Oh, but it works with a tile strip. Right? Boom. I know what I might have done wrong. Nope, I have no idea what I did wrong. And got some Skypey stuff. Okay. Command binding to the clicky command. Nope, that's not the right one. There we go. That'll probably work. Probably. Still have that breakpoint there. Yep. Woohoo! Okay. Now I'm going to throw some code in here that says something. I really have no idea. Is that correct? Yep. There. And this method does what? This tells the tool provider to select the brush. I'll do some more borrowing of code. Oh, great. This one. Okay. Change tile. Select a tile, construct tool. Property changed. Selected tile. Construct tool says tool changed. And except this thing is the tool provider. Oh, great. Oh. Sorry, I'm also eating some cereal, so you might hear a whole lot of crunchy noises. Nom nom nom. Okay, PC beep. Oh wait, that's play something on the PC. Well, I have my Twitch PC volume thing down, so that, for example, if I run the engine, it doesn't blare your ears off. but like my own volume. There's 50, 25-ish. So, I don't know. Scarf, scarf. Why would it sound like Minecraft? I'm not playing Minecraft. I'm not just gonna... Nah, I don't think so. Okay. So, this is a tool provider, which, to anybody else watching who doesn't know what the heck is going on, that means that the whole of the editor kind of figures out whether you're painting or bucket filling or selecting stuff or whatever by asking a tool provider. And this tool provider comes from the ribbon of tiles, which is like your palette. But I just made a new control that goes on the left that's a totally different palette, and it kind of also needs to be a tool provider, but can I have two tool providers at the same time? I don't know. Let's see. So who actually listens to that? The stage control has a tool provider, and I think it's told explicitly that it comes from the tile strip, which would be a problem for me. Tool provider equals tile set model. Yes, so the main editor says that my tile set view model is the tool provider for the tiling control explicitly. So that means that when I load this up, that means on this particular tab it says the tool provider for this window, this tab, is this bar at the top explicitly, and not the window on the left. And I just added this, and I need to have them play nice together and both work as tools, as tool providers for this window. So I think I'm going to have to make a new kind of tool provider that kind of unifies these two, and then give that one to this whole control instead. So it won't really know that I've made that change, but I'll have, that unifying class will be like, whichever one last got selected, it'll be the new tool. Let's see. This is for the tile strip, and the stage tile controls tool provider is the tile set model. I could for now just put the code, the declaration of a new class, not the class itself, but I'll show you what I mean. That stays there, but this new part is our tiling tool provider equals new, I guess, tiling tool provider. And I'll make that up in a second. Actually, I'll call this a combined tool provider. I think it should be injected with all the other tool providers that it can unify. So I have one of them here, and that is tile set model. But the other one is going to be the new multi-tile brush view model thingy that I just made. I really need to get some of these other windows closed. Tile set view model edit, don't need that. That's the tool behavior, don't need that. This is it. Okay, hang on, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Hello, Rathon. I guess if that 4 is supposed to be an A. Let's see. So this class itself, this tile brush control view model, should be a tool provider. But then I'll do that. But then I need to instantiate this differently in the control. Right now it's being done here in the code behind for the XAML file, which is actually, I think, better. Except I think that means that when my main window, my main editor pane comes together here, go away, go away, go away. When it all comes together, it means that I won't have access to that view model right here. But I should. What do I want to do? Ideas. The microphone is slowly receding down away from me. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do for now, and this is bad, so I'm going to take this good line, where the control picks its own view model by itself, and I'm going to rob it of that privilege. I'm going to go back into this control and say, does it even have a name? I don't think it has a name. The multi-tile brush control that I've added to the main editor, and that's, again, that's probably more correct. I'm actually making the code slightly worse as I'm doing this until I can figure out how to do that. Oh no, wait, I called it brush tray right there. So brush tray data context is that view model. And now I need to use an inject in here. Break that out into a variable. Okay, so that's everything except that this combined tool provider does not exist. So let's make one. Are all of my other tool providers in here? I really need to adjust this microphone, it's getting kind of wonky. I was not the original inventor of this. Hanging the poor quality microphone around your neck in order to get it closer to your mouth, because it's actually a desk microphone, and if you use it as intended, nobody can hear you. And then you lose all your Twitch followers. Okay, stay put. Where are all my other iTool provider? Editor tools, iTool provider. BLL. Oh, down here. Okay. Add new class, combined tool provider, which is itself a tool provider, of course. Internal. I don't use that keyword often enough. Now it is constructed. Can you use params in a constructor? I think so. I don't see why not. I've never done it before. So let's see. goal of this class is to abstractify the fact that we're not actually getting our tools from one source, it's multiple sources all funneled through this one class, so that whoever needs a tool provider doesn't know the difference. Now I have no idea what I am doing. Let's check. Providers. Do they have any? Yes, tool changed. Okay. That will help me. So, this should work. It's just last wins. So whichever tool provider, whichever of the ones I'm combining sets their tool most recently wins. Sure. Now what about the cursor? I don't know. It's not part of this tool. Let's see what everybody else does. I've totally forgotten. Tool provider, and its cursor comes from a totally separate thing. Is iTool cursor part of it? Sure, so wait a minute. Okay, so the tool changed event args, says what tool it is, but it doesn't say what cursor comes with it. That's the tool behavior. I'm assuming where it is, that's going to be my tool provider. Has to be. And then, what? Oh yeah, I can't do it there. Tool cursor equals, I know it's my tool provider, sender dot cursor. Woohoo! Okay, maybe I should put that cursor property inside the tool changed event args object, so I don't have to do this crap that I just did. But that should work. So everything in here looks good except for the fact that I realize I am subscribing to some events and then never ever unsubscribing. And I don't know. It's probably the case that that was never fixed anywhere else either. Well, wait. Nope. Stage control says when tool provider changes, we unsubscribe from its methods. Okay. But the combined tool provider, okay. That reminds me, I have to do that for myself too. Oh, I can just pass E along. That's fine. What's wrong with that? Cannot type event handler to bool? Oh yeah. This is not JavaScript. You have to actually do that null check explicitly. Stupid me. Okay. Anybody got problems with this? I think it's probably going to work, except that the multi-tile brush thingy isn't actually implementing iTool provider correctly yet. It's all throwing not implemented exceptions. So I got to fix that. Select brush. I'll just say that's a get private set. And so is that. When you select a brush, tool equals new multi. Wait, multi-tile brush is a tool, isn't it? Yes. Boom. Tool cursor. Wait, no, never mind. That's not correct. What the heck is this thing? the cursors. In here we have the tools, brush, and the tool is looking for a tool behavior. So the tile brush tool behavior is this, and it can take any iTile brush. Got it. That's it. It's new tile brush tool behavior with the multi-tile brush, because the multi-tile brush is an iTile brush. And the cursor, I have no idea. There's standard tool cursor, single tile cursor. I never created a multi-tile cursor class. So let's just pretend that we want to use a standard tool cursor for now, which is going to look really stupid because it's just a pointer. Never mind. I'll just say it's null. Sure. I just thought of something. Just curiosity. When I said a minute ago that the tool changed event args does not expose the cursor, what does that mean that the stage control is actually doing when it reads it? I'm kind of confused. So the tile set view model is that, and when its tool is changed, there, that happens. Doesn't it look at the cursor too? Yes, tool changed, update cursor. It's not even looking at the, well, it knows what the provider is, so it doesn't have to read it out of there. Okay, that's it. In that update cursor method, it just looks straight into its properties, rather than getting them out of the event arguments. Never mind. Okay, back to work. Cursor's null, and fire my event. This with a new args of tool. So basically those tool changed event args are kind of useless because they're not actually getting used. The definition of useless. Compile. Woohoo. Let's do a double check in the stage control that a null cursor is not. It will blow up. Oh wait, and tool cursor is not null. Okay, it won't blow up. Go. Let's see if we have brush painting. And the moment of truth, we're not going to have a brush. I clicked on you. Oh yeah, we got it. Boom! I can put blocks everywhere. And let's make this all fancier. Boom! In the boss room. Make it even more boss roomy. Rockin'. Now I just need a cursor and we are gold. Sometimes I am impressed with the fact that things work. Oh yeah, what cereal I am eating? It is cinnamon flavored Life that I purchased today. Then I came home and I probably ate about, yeah, I'd say half the box. I think I probably ate half the box in the first like hour or two, and then rather than putting it away in the cabinet where my wife could find it and be like, "Hey, where do we get this cereal? And why is it half empty?" I just left it on my desk so that it can just sit there for a while, and then I can pretend that it took me a while to eat it. So I'm gonna, yeah, that never happened. Okay, tool cursor. So we have a single tile cursor. Got to do some more cleanup over here. Close, 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 close. That's better. Single tile cursor. Now I need to make a different one for... Ah, crap, adorners. That's no fun. Maybe I can kind of derive from this class? Let's see. Can I reuse this? Probably. Wait, sprite bitmap cache. So this image just gets one. I'll have to construct a new image. I will borrow some of the logic that I used to make the brush control that's in the tray that I made in my last stream, and that is part of the controls tile brush. No, not tile brush control. Is it multi-tile image? There it is. Rip that over here. And now in here, multi-tile cursor. Sure, I'll leave it here for now. It is an iTool cursor. I think it's safe to say using that. Excellent. I have an awesome stream. I should talk... okay. Pay no attention to the Mathjo. He's just bizarre like that. Crunching on the cereals. Okay. Except if I'm eating cereal, I can't talk as much. So, multi-tile cursor obviously needs a constructor where it should take the multi-tile brush that it's based on. Okay. Let's all just ignore the fact that this single tile cursor constructor is taking an argument in its constructor that is absolutely unused. I was like, why does it need the tile set? It absolutely does not. But it's being passed in anyway. Who knows why? Besides, the tile itself... Okay, it does not have a tile set property on it. Never mind. But still, that's just dumb. I'm just going to leave it there, because I'm lazy. So what we need to do... I want to use the outline pen and shadow pen, and the element, and all that other stuff. Yes, yes I will. Okay. You're actually a... Okay, maybe not... It just feels wrong to say a multi-tile cursor is a single-tile cursor. No, it's not. But if I did that, I could virtualize this apply cursor to, I can protect the pens, override cursor image, which is used here, render, and this render method would be the same thing. Width, height, I'd pull these out into a method. I'll do that. Okay, because I am crazy like that. Now, actually I don't need to protect these pens because they're going to be in the render method, which will be stay private, I think. All that stuff's still there. Apply cursor to, dispose. I don't need those now. The base does not contain a constructor that crap. Now it does have a constructor with no arguments. Very dangerous game I am playing here. So what that means is that the stuff I need to be able to change is that. Then, in the apply cursor to, is that going to be different? Layering, hiding the cursor, event, mouse, enter and leave. That is exactly the same, excellent. It's just about whether to hide or show the cursor and what layer it goes on. Mouse, enter, leave, same deal. Dispose, something about the elephant, the element, not the elephant. There's no elephants. The element handlers. I was going to say elephant handlers. Apparently that's a natural phrase for me. The render method. So that I'll try to keep private, but it has some tile-specific stuff that need to be pulled out and made into virtualized methods. Like this width. Sure. Simple enough. Apparently tiles have float widths. I had no idea. Okay. Okay. Learn something new about your own code every day. Okay, whatever. Return. So it needs to be the brushes. Brush dot width, is this a pixel or a cell width? That is a number of cells width, so that's, we need to do that times the tile size. Brush cells, there's always at least one cell. That cells. Tile. Please tell me I didn't just do that. I feel like I did this last time. Going back here. Yep, that's exactly what I've been doing. Just grab the first cell at a 0, 0, because there's no such thing as a cell, as a brush with 0 cells. And we do the same thing for height. Boom. Oh yeah, and now here, I just delete that. Let's be a little more specific about that. That should be everything, I think. No, it's not. I did not override cursor image yet. That's kind of the most important part. Okay. Okay, so Wrath, I mean, you don't have to chat, but if I'm getting confusing, you have no idea what's going on, you feel free to ask in some form and I'll try to clear it up. So now we gotta make an image source that is... I really prefer using statements. How's it done here? Bitmap, cache, stuff, blah, don't care, let's try here. What I did here was, that was a grid. Like an actual XAML grid. So that's not gonna work. So let's do that, and we'll just set it right here, because this is going to be a constant thing. Our image equals new writable bitmap. Bitmap source, width, height, DPI, garbage. Do I need to do that? This is not fun. I know I've done this before. Okay. 9696 PB and jelly 32 null. 9696 Okay, if you say so. Wait, what? I just copied what this said. Oh, they have to be ints. Now I move over to the chat to see the obligatory comment about haha peanut butter jelly. Yeah, peanut butter jelly. I call it, I so know you. Nice, playing with Sam. I haven't heard from him in forever. Then again, you don't hear much from him anytime. Oh well. Okay. Now I got to blit all of the cells from the cursor, or from the brush, onto this image. And when I'm done, alright. So, oh crap. Is that not acceptable? Oh, I can't assign to it myself? Yeah, screw you. Oh, crap. That's no fun. I do have to do this pretty much every single... I have to do this in the getter because... it's, set brush, blah blah blah. Because when it ticks, the whole thing done all over again. Yeah, like here. On tick, the whole thing changes. Apparently that's not an issue in the cursors. They automatically will be updated, and the cursor image will be called again. But that does mean I need to recreate the whole thing on demand every tick so that the sprites can be, the brushes, the cursor can be animated. I don't want just a flat, unanimated image. So much for that. Put it in here. Is that something that needs disposing? No, thank you. So, this I will borrow. Here's our size of the cells. And we just split all of them on there. Loop through, take the cell, image, I'll rename this one. This dot images. That's not a thing I've got. That came from see, I just did this less than a week ago or something like that, and I already can't get through it. It was with, and then when it ticks, image dot source equals the sprite or whatever thingy. Okay. But I still have one source. Whereas this class I had before for the tray, it's literally 4 separate images, or however many are in the brush, in a grid. So they can do that. In here, I can't just have multiple images. I need to actually blit the contents of each tile onto a single, larger image source. So instead of this, location is blah. Get rid of that. The source is cell tile blah location. Now instead of image.source whatever, I have to say cursor dot I have no idea blit. Probably? Yeah. Just in case, have I called this method before in here anywhere? Anywhere? Blit? Blit? Woohoo! I have. Okay, I guess it's self-explanatory. Destination is... Okay, fine, I'll just copy it from where I had it before. Give me that. Come here. And rectangle was... Destination, source, source rect. Source rect is the entire... Yeah. Blit, all that stuff. And rect is the entire encompassing rectangle of the source. That. Woohoo. Wait. Source, size, rect. Okay, where did that come from? What a way to program. Copy pasta. Aha! Oh, geez. Oh, do I have to worry about zoom? Is it going to zoom for me? No, the zoom happens down here. Okay. I don't have to worry about zoom. Do I? Nah, I don't have to worry about zoom. Something else does. This render method does. Okay, so this is the destination rectangle, and it is... I forgot already. Tile size, which in this case just means brush cells tile that x times cell.tile.width really just either of them? Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Well, tiles are always square, so I'll just rip that off. Say our size equals, oops, x times size, y times size, size. That should do it. Let's see if we have cursors. Crystal Man. No. Didn't do anything. Oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, I forgot. Kinda have to set it as the cursor when I do that. In Tile Brush Control View Model. There we go. Boom. Why was it still using the other tiles thingamajig? Okay. Oh, because it only gets changed if it's not null. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. It's there. And it does not draw where I tell it to draw. Whoa. Something is not right. Okay, so the actual coordinate is off a little bit. That's not good. It does snap, though. And that's kind of messed up. The reason that it was drawing improperly, it's drawing where I tell it to draw, in a sense. It's just that it's snapping too much. Like there, it drew where I said, but if I go too far to the right, it'll draw to the right. If I move my cursor down before it snaps, there it goes. So this thing is snapping at a 2x2 when it should be snapping every single tile. But the cursor's animated, that's cool. That's awesome. Let's see if it works with zoom. Boom. Yeah, the cursor zooms too. Love that base code that just does stuff for me. Except that it's kind of blurry because even though all the other stuff has nearest neighbor scaling, the cursor does not. It's just a cursor. I don't really care. So we gotta fix that snap problem. And I don't know how to do that. Problem with streaming your development is there's no breaks. Except maybe like every 2 hours or something. Or if the cat demands it. Cat demand a break? No. But I demand cereal. Ooh, intcast. That's possible. Gotta figure out where the intcasting I was doing. Wait, did you mean the writable bitmap? There's intcast there, but that's just for making the image source. That's a pixel value, not a tile value. I gotta figure out where that snapping stuff is even happening. What? You have food. You only get one dinner per day. Oh, cat probably wants to get in my lap. Okay, so I think stage control or maybe the editor pane. Fine, you can come up here. One of those controls is going to be responsible for the snapping. Or maybe it's the render. Ah, it's going to be the cursor, the renderer here. Snap X, snap Y. Cursor position times width. Okay, that's it. Okay. Because the width, it was assuming is just one tile's worth. That is not correct. I will just, you know, is that supposed to be a float? Is it double? Whatever. Cat is doing some very weird contortions to attempt to find a comfortable position on my arms. So now in the multi-tile brush image I can... That's not it. In the multi-tile cursor, I can... Stop eating my microphone! I can override those two properties as well. Hey, what did I just say? Yeah. Nah, did not mean to do that. Oh, that ought to do it. Snap to what I say to snap. Wrong project. There we go. Now it snaps to a single tile and paints exactly... What the heck? Oh, never mind. That's not a bug. There's a screen divide right there. There are two different screens. So that is expected. It's not smart enough to draw across two screens. Although maybe I should make that possible, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. But in any case, we now have brushes, which is excellent. That's a little big. There we go. So that means I can, you know, throw some fancy pants stuff over here. Whoa. Not really meant for that, but okay. And then I go up here and I find the pipes. Where's the rest of the pipes? Are there just plain pipes up here? I wish I had implemented some kind of zoom on just the... What happened to my selection-y thing? It's supposed to be yellow. Anyway, that's the pipe I was looking for, and I can do... is it? Great, now it's half snapping, even ignoring the zoom. That's just brilliant crap. Oh, and that tile isn't correct. It's got all this... had all that extra crap in it. That's the tile I meant. That's the one. There. Good as new. It's okay. Okay, so I fixed the snap at normal zoom, but now it's snapping to half zoom, which is bad. Snaps to half a tile. So I have to fix that. Because it's not supposed to do that. That not correct. What the heck is that supposed to snap to? That's correct. That was correct. Okay. Do not save changes. So, snap height, I do have to multiply that by zoom. Simple enough. There we go. That should be correct. Yeah, kick ass. Boom! Slapping them boxes everywhere. Can make the tiles more interesting with their expandy versions. Sweet. I rocked it. Yeah, you know it. Okay, that is the usage of brushes. There is still nothing to add brushes. This button does absolutely nothing. Doesn't even indent or depress when you press it. But that's enough to commit. Totally different part of my and la 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 and boom. So that fraction of that feature is done. But now I still need to add the ability to add or create new brushes. Only got 2 people in the channel, I think. Yep, 2 people in the channel. And I got a cat in the lap. Okay. Meow. Now adding a brush. There. So the process of adding a brush, this button does nothing right now. No, add tile brush command. Close that, add tile brush. It does nothing for the moment. And I really don't know what the UI for adding a brush is going to look like at the moment. The existing brushes that I have are from my old version of the editor in WinForms, and I think in there the UI for adding a brush was a new window that popped up, and you were able to set the size with some text boxes and then draw on the brush and save it. How about this? I think one of the more useful ways to use it, rather than like making them up front, is you make them based on need. So when you've painted a whole chunk of map that you think should be a brush, what you'll actually end up doing is, for example, you'll go in here, maybe the demo stage or something. You'll have a big chunk of something, like maybe this brick right in the middle. Instead of add brush and having to draw it again, what you should be able to do is just go to the selector tool, and the selector tool doesn't work in zoom mode. But anyway, actually it did. This selection itself just didn't draw properly. You should be able to select the thing, and click a button over here that says make from selection, and bam, you have a new brush out of that selection. That would be outstanding. So, you know what? I think this, where it's, holy crap, it's going on to a new screen. I think that is an outstanding bug in Trello. So I'm going to... No, it's not. How about we fix that right now, because that's really annoying. Selection tool doesn't draw quickly when zoomed. So let's go over to the tool for selection. Actually, I think it's a cursor. Single, standard, sprite, combined. I have no idea how the selection is drawn. Maybe it's directly on the tiley control thingamajiggy? Stage tile control. Nope. Tile screen canvas, probably. Is a screen canvas. Overlay screen layer. Selection. Let's just search the whole project for selection, because that's going to be much faster. Screen document, bucket, rectangle behavior, set selection. Where does it get drawn? Tile brush. The brushes respect the selection as boundaries, so you can fill inside a selection or use it to prevent yourself from painting outside the lines, like a little 5-year-old. Overlay screen layer, selection bound. So this is where it gets drawn. And apparently, yes, this class is not giving one crap about the zoom. Probably because it was coded before zoom was a thing, and I just forgot to update it. So that's my fault. Of course, everything wrong with this is my fault because I wrote the whole thing. And anyway, I need a bathroom break, so I will be right back. And I actually made this little thingy with the Mega Man 2 font that says I am away. Alright, hold on a second. Hello, okay, I have returned. No longer AFK. Okay, so I have to make this class care about zoom. Let's figure out how that's supposed to be done. Everybody else gets their zoom information from the stage control. They read it straight off of him. Maybe that's an anomaly. Maybe not. I'm willing to bet that's the norm. Like sprite cursor. app.current.resources.zoom. Ooh! That's a new fancy thing I did later. This means I should probably replace that in my single tile cursor. Let's do that. I threw it in a global variable because global variables are awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully that's actually correct and will work. Now, back to the selection thing. Not that one. Overlay screen. Okay, now we have zoom, and that means that I need to say x, y, width, height. X times zoom, y times zoom, width times zoom, height times zoom. Go! We'll see if the brush single tile cursor thingy I did was correct. Seems to be fine. Yeah, okay, that worked too. Okay, so updating that work now. I go in here and I select the selection tool, and it's still using the tile. I want to select, not brush. What are you doing? Selection. Well, the selection works, but that's a totally unrelated different bug. Damn it. Oh, what the heck? Like, that's uncalled for. Why is my cursor just, like, stuck with this friggin' tile? I did not ask for that. I turned my mic back on. Mic. Blah, blah, blah. It looks like it's broadcasting. La 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 la. My streaming audio. Woohoo! Okay, let's go here. Let's only worry about one bug at a time. Zoom and selection tool. And it works! What do you know? How miraculous. And it selects the stuff I tell it to select. Woohoo. Select a brush, and I blah 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 with the brush, and then I select the thingamajig. And what was that other bug, that weird anomaly? I will ignore it for now, till I can repro it consistently. Crunchiness. And Trello says that's done. Now, what I will do is, in this tile brush control, this button, I think I would disable it, but I don't know how. Maybe still running. No. Now it'll be disabled. And make another one and say command Actually, I don't want to do it like that. I'll do it in the command. Top. Why don't you do this the same way CSS does? Ugh. What's right? There you go. Create brush selection command. Okay. Now this lambda I'm putting in right now is the predicate for whether the button is enabled or not, whether it's possible. So it'll automatically disable the button if this predicate is false. So what is the is stuff selected condition? How do I get that? I just searched for selection everywhere. Screen.selection. I don't know. Let's see. In here, it gets the selection bounds from update selection. Happens when selection changed on the screen document. Ooh, this is not nice. You can have multiple selections. You can have a different one on every screen. I don't know. Should it be just that if you have exactly one selection, you can use it? Or maybe you could it'll just make it from every selection simultaneously. Like you select 10 things and you get 10 brushes. Want some Mega Man tunes? I don't got no Mega Man tunes. Okay, I have lots of Mega Man tunes. Let's see. You got your own Mega Man tunes. I'm not gonna go imposing tunes on other people. Screens. How do the other tools know about the selection? That might help. They know the screen they're operating on. Okay, that doesn't help me. This looks like a job for our view model mediator. Oh, mediator. So zoom changed. There's tile selected args. Are these even used? Yeah. How about the zoom one? Did I just abandon that in favor of the awesome global thing that I had? Well, that's used too. Okay. New mediator args. Selection created. Event. Do I want it created? It sounds like a bad road. So what about when they're uncreated? So selection changed, so that could be that it's changed to not exist. So each screen has its own selection, and the tray, I really have no idea. I could throw in that event every time a selection is made. Then what do I do when they deselect? Do I have to make a dictionary from screens to the selections? So that when an event comes in, I use the sender and then look that up in the dictionary and delete that one? For a second, I was going to say I could put it in the selection tool. Like I would bind right click to like a context menu that was like create brush from this selection, except I don't want to deal with the hassle of having to make a context menu, and I already have bound the right click of the selection tool to deselect. But that gave me the idea somehow. I'll just go ahead and make that selection changed event, and I'll just use it as a most recent basis. So, wait, I already have selection changed event args because I've got selection changed events down here, don't I? No, it's just an action. Never mind. Action on a rectangle. Whereas the mediated events, they have to be event args. Okay. Selection created. Event args. Oh. This may not be the best way to do this. Yes, it's a common geometry rectangle. Selection. I'm just going to check on that it is in fact a Mega Man-y rectangle. Yep, Mega Man rectangle. I had to make my own math library to overload like points and rectangles and stuff, because the only places they're implemented are like WinForms and WPF specifically, and there's no like .NET, here's the standard stuff that you can use everywhere. It's, no, you need our specific UI libraries just to get points and rectangles. It was BS, so this was literally the same classes. I reflectored the .NET point and rectangle classes and just pasted them into my own namespaces. And I really shouldn't have had to do that, but I did. Okay, we have our event args there. So I go back to the control view model, and in its constructor we subscribe to it. Well, we also have to raise that event in screen documents. I believe that's it. Wherever it was that the screen selection change, set selection, yes. Oh jeez. Yeah, I can do that. Raise new, oh jeez, this new args screen equals this, selection equals selection. Oh, should it be nullable? Yes, if there we go. Okay, now every time you make a selection on a screen, it will broadcast it to all of the view models, and then be answered by the tile brush thingamajig. So in this method, crap. I do need to know if it's deselected, because you don't want to like make a selection and then deselect it and then go about your business, and then this button is still enabled wanting to make a brush out of the selection you had 45 minutes ago.